Evening all. Dennis from D-Bomb's Garage again today. Today, I figure I was going to do a walkthrough on a 79 Camaro Z28 my brother picked up back in 80, 81 I think it was. Not sure on the exact year. Bought it wrecked. When we got it, or he got it, wrecked in the front, got a little damage on the left rear quarter panel. They had pulled the motor and trans out of it and the front seats out of it. We had pulled the doghouse off of it, changed the front suspension on it, and then from sitting for many years, I had to change the front subframe again. I found a doghouse, put a doghouse on it. And this is just going to be a walkthrough of stuff I'm going to need to do, get done, stuff I would like to have from Speedway Motors. It'd be cool to have one of their complete subframes underneath it. It'd also be cool to have one of their rear end suspension kits underneath it, or even Hodgkins. I would love to have Hodgkins front and rear suspension underneath it. Curry rear end and everything like that. QA1 suspension, tubular arms would be cool to have. But I'm just a nobody, so they're not going to donate anything to me that I know of. So it's all going to take time. Right now, I'm going to get it pushed over to the lift. First off, I'm going to do an outside walk around. As I said, left rear quarter panel needs to be replaced. From moving it over the years, damaged lower quarter on it, that needs to be fixed. I can't remember if the dent in the door was from the accident or not. I think it was. I broke the windshield. The doghouse, I'd like to replace the inner and outer fenders and lower panels here. Core support, I would probably replace. Fender, inner fender, lower filler, I'd like to replace. This door's got a good ding in it right here. Again, lower quarter on the left or on the right is been under. Sometime throughout the years, it got pushed on the rear, pushed this section in about a ½ inch. I got to pull that back, get that pulled back out, get the deck lid to center up. At one point, a raccoon got inside the car from having a broken windshield, destroyed the interior. I pulled out 90% of it. I do need to get a couple floor patch panels. I need one up on the passenger side and both rear sections, and I think a little bit of a section up by the driver's pedals. Dash, somebody ripped the stereo out, broke the dash all apart, so I get a new dash. I'm figuring I'm going to do a color change on it. The other damage they got is the rocker panel down through here. Got hit with the forklift at some point. I think I've got the right taillight somewhere, I think. So in the meantime, let me kick it onto time lapse and get this pushed over to the lift. and you'll be able to see how clean the underside of it is. I think it's just dirty. So let me kick you over to time lapse. Here we go. Alright, I figured I'd gather up some of the parts that I do have for it. I have to go through it all, organize it into the sections: transmission, motor, suspension. I have nothing really for the suspension. As I said, I'd like to get something from QA1 or Hotchkins or Speedway. Again, the only way I'm going to get any help from any of the bigger companies would be have a huge following. Unfortunately, I'm just starting out, and I don't have that many followers right now, or subscribers. I think I have 32. Maybe my videos aren't interesting. I have no idea. But got the car on the lift. As I stated, haven't done a lot to it since I got it. I need to get a brake booster, the master cylinder. The steering gearbox had been open for many years, so it's pretty rough. Rotors, calipers, brake hoses. The rear drums, I need to take all that apart, check it out. It is a posi. Let me take it up in the air. Go. As I said, it is a posi. I gotta come up with some suspension bolts. The rubbers between the spring and the rear end are shot. Coilovers that they got on here are shot. Need another brake line. Rubber line for the rear diff. Fuel tank, I do have 2 of them. Get a little bit of a rust hole here, starting over here. As I said, the rear quarters right here are pushed in pretty good. Had to straighten that out. The lower rocker, pretty rough there. Driver's side's very good shape. Where they always rot out is right in here. And this is all solid car underneath. It just got dirt and grime from over the years, as you can see. Need to get a patch panel for that one. Patch panel for here. And then for the floor here, and the floor here and here. I would like to do all this suspension, do everything underneath here. Again, I'd like to have tubular arms. The lower course, the core support, I think I would replace. Body wise, she's solid. I've got the cart over here with a bunch of the miscellaneous stuff. I have to go through it and figure out, get it in certain piles, what goes where. But I got a bell housing. I'd prefer to have a regular scatter shield. That was new starter, miscellaneous parts. I want cheap AutoZone stuff. What was that one? Spark plugs, spark plug wires. That was through Summit. At brake master cylinder, brake shoes, and brake pads, hold down material. Got the front hoses. Flywheel, clutch plate, pressure plate, the valve cover gaskets. The motor, I'm using this, the Reman Mexicali block 350. I still got a little bit of cleaning up to do in it. Come out of a grain truck that came in the salvage yard. I have already put a high volume oil pump on it. I have a Chloe's dual chain timing gear. I did get a comp cam and lifters for it. Oil pan was damaged by a forklift. I had to repair that, got that done. Oil pan's over there. The transmission is another thing. I've got a Saginaw. I can't remember what year it came out of. 4-speed. Which is right there. And then I got a M21, I think it is. That, again, I got from where I worked at, out of the scrap pile. Somebody tossed it off and I couldn't see it going to waste. But the case has got a couple stripped out holes in it. And I need the side shift cover. Need to have somebody go through that one. So I think this is going to be the first thing I want to do is get the motor put together, transmission mated up, get it set in the car. I'm gonna have to come up with a radiator also. I don't have one of them. I think I'll put new mounts, or did I put new mounts in there already? I can't remember. Been a while. But again, if Holly sees this, or QA1, Speedway Motors, Summit Performance Parts, if they want to help a little guy, a nobody out, I accept all the help I can get. So, well, for that, as far as that goes, guess that's it for now until I get this figured out and see which way I'm going. Definitely gonna have to clean the undercarriage of this car. She is dirty, but you can see how clean it is once it's wiped off. It's all nice and solid. All right, all. Enough of me rambling. Something I was forgetting to say. Well, there we go. Like, share, subscribe. Last but not least, y'all have a good New Year's, and may all your projects come together real well. On that note, I'm out. Later all.